Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Wednesday, September 10th, a.k.a. the day before the world changed, a.k.a. my birthday. We are working on Chrome Day 3. We just watched a video, which was the, 7 must-have Chrome extensions. We're going to talk about that in a second. Now, let's see. Review. This week we're doing Chrome. Chrome is the browser for what, Keanu?
Chrome is the browser for Google.
Google, right. It's Google's browser. And why do we use it, Rayanne? What's one of the 16 reasons? Okay, good, because it works with the other apps that we use. Yes, Keith. Huh? Personalize it. Okay. Anybody in California? Why do we use Chrome? We got that it works with the Google apps. We've got that you can personalize it. What's another reason we use Chrome?
Personalize. What's great with apps? Personalize.
Okay.
Faster.
All right.
More accessible.
Good. He said it's fast. Fast. Yeah, it is fast.
More accessible.
It's a internet app. It's not like Internet Explorer or Safari that is designed to be a program on your computer. This is designed to be on the internet, and some parts of it are on the computer. Yes, Keith.
It's accessible from any device.
Accessible from any device. So once it's personalized, your settings are available viewable from any device. So those are some of the reasons that we use it. Mainly because we have confidence in Google. Did anybody watch today's trailer for this Hangout on Air? Anybody in California watch today's trailer? Okay, I'll take that as a no.
Yes.
Oh, somebody did. All right. Well, what it is about, it's a part of Google that is testing little drones to deliver packages.
Oh, no.
It's like a 2-minute video. So if you live in the middle of BFE, then they'll parachute these packages down to you. So you can get your stuff very quickly. That's something cool that Google's doing. So we've got confidence that it's worth investing time in Google because they're going to be around. So why learn Drive if in 2 years you're going to have to get all of your files off of Drive and transport and move them to something else? So we can have confidence that Google will be around for the next 10 or 15, 20 years, and all of the stuff, all of our contacts, all of our files, all of our videos, all of the stuff we do are all still on Google Apps. And we just have a tremendous amount of stuff stored and saved. And we know how to use it, we're experts at it, etc. So that's why we use Chrome. And it does, as we said, it does work with all of the Google apps. It's designed to work with the Google apps. Today, we are downloading must-have Chrome extensions. So what's the difference between an app and an extension, Norm? Okay, so that's the answer most people will give. Otis.
You could find more features in the store, in the Google store that you
Wrong.
can.
Who else? Keanu.
An app is like a different program, and then an extension is an add-on to that program.
Yeah, okay. So that's the simple thing. An extension is smaller than an app, and it goes right next to your Omnibar. The apps will go on a new tab page, and you have a button on your bookmarks bar The far left button on your bookmarks bar says apps, and that will show you all of the apps that you have downloaded. Okay, so let's see if I'm still on this machine.
Not the ones that are available, but the ones you downloaded.
The ones that you have downloaded, correct.
On that last pass, do we need to create an account to make it work?
Yes, but we're not doing that right now.
Okay.
You can do that on your own. That's not the important thing. So,
I can show all of their students.
Hello.
we're going to get to that in a second.
7 must-have extensions. Oh.
Okay, so what I'm showing right now, what I'm going to show is my apps page. So I opened the tab, and now it's coming up with all of the apps that I have saved. And I should go through this again, but you see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 24. Then over here I have another page. So I have 36 apps.
Now that happened when you opened up a new tab.
When I opened a new tab, and I get the apps.
Oh, you have just the apps after it.
Yeah. Okay, now it used to be, so you'll see some tutorial videos about a year ago. If you opened a new tab, it looked like it had your apps. Now, what it does is it comes up with the things that you look at frequently. You have stuff underneath it.
So you've been looking at cake.
Well, they know it's my birthday, Google, so. So this is where you can put apps as opposed to extensions. Extensions are up here on the right of your Omnibar. Apps are on a tab, on a new tab page, and then you click on the apps button. Okay, now nobody has these apps because I personalized it for myself. And I probably should update it. See, we don't use
That Pandora right there.
probably. So we don't use Brain Pop anymore. So I would remove from Chrome. Okay. So Pandora's on here. We did some typing test stuff. We don't use that. So sometime when you have time, the thing to do is go into the store, the Chrome store, and think about stuff, look for stuff, just add it to your apps page, and then later go back and check them out when you have extra time. Okay, so that's the apps. Now, let's talk about extensions. So some people have said they can't see all their extensions. Right? How many people can't see all your extensions? Okay. For the people who can see all their extensions, what did you do that we talked about yesterday?
Shorten the Omnibar.
Shorten the Omnibar. How do we do that? How do we shorten the Omnibar?
You make the, you go up to it and you make the double-sided arrow.
Right. Okay.
I can't ever get mine to move.
Right.
Me either.
Going back to the other
When
one.
I get the double arrow,
See?
yeah,
Now,
Yeah, don't even do it.
if you don't see all of them, to the left, just to the left of the 3 bars, will be a little double arrow. If you click on that, you should see all of your.
and if there is no double arrow, then you are seeing them all.
Correct. Okay. Now, does anybody not
Oh, there
see
you go.
that? Anybody not see that?
I don't got it.
Everybody does see it?
No,
I don't got the time.
Okay. So it's a little bit tricky
Yeah, it's not moving though.
You don't have nothing, you don't have
to
nothing
get the
else.
double arrow.
But you
You
can't.
have to be very precise. You have to put it right behind the star.
Oh, yeah, so.
Okay. Now, if you get the double arrow, once it turns into a double arrow, you have to hold down the left mouse
I
button.
didn't get image here. I know. You need to, we gotta do it again.
I have to go the other way.
You don't need to do it until you need to, right?
Alright, if you want.
So right, I just can't.
Well, if you can't go left, that means there's nothing else on it. To the right.
That means it's slim distance.
Yeah, it's not going to let you have an empty space.
Unless it needs it, right?
Well, no, I'm saying you can't go beyond and have just blank after your extension. Okay. Now I don't have a double arrow now because mine is as large as it can be. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 apps. I mean extensions. I have 9 extensions there.
I have 9 too.
Okay, but I don't really care about 9. But what I want to do is make sure that I have them in an order that I want. So things like add block, I move to the right. Because once I have it configured, I'm not going to need it all the time. But will I use the dictionary a lot?
Yeah.
I should, right? But I'm not going to use add block a lot once it's configured. Now, what's another one? How about last pass? Will I use that a lot?
No.
Probably not. Not once I get it set up. But if I add something new, maybe I will. So I'm going to put that one in the middle because I don't know. So I just hold the mouse down on it, and I drag it to the left. Another one I have is a calculator.
I have that.
Okay, so I would use that often. I would move that to the left. I think the first one should be the shortcuts for Google.
They tell you what they are. Whatever your icon is, it words it.
Right? Google Drive is another one I have. I'm going to move that further. Yes.
That's 4 of the extensions. Okay, I don't have more insurance. It's not letting me move to the left, and also I don't have double arrows. I went back inside the web store. Go ahead.
Okay, well, get your F5 And the other thing, remember, you should have 2 versions of Chrome running. So you make sure you weren't adding them to the cloud.
I got history eraser.
History eraser I use every day. Well, okay, so history eraser, who has history eraser? It's like a little eraser that's red, white, and blue.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I think I have mine.
So the time to use that, okay, so everybody should have it. The time to use that is when you're about to shut your machine down. So at break, when you leave for the day, click on history eraser.
How would I do that though?
So let's do that right now.
And erase.
It's just a good habit to get into. Don't erase. We're not going to erase, but I want to make sure we have the right things checked off.
Yeah, go to the top, and it looks like a pencil eraser with a 59.
So everything should be checked. Yeah.
Everything should be checked, even cookies.
Yeah.
You're clearing your state house?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know.
So
Everything.
for best practices,
If I use this option, all my passwords will be deleted.
okay, so hold on. Before we're not going to do anything. Best practices, if you go to work, you don't have the machine saving your passwords because that's not high security. Okay? Best practices is you erase your passwords and you only have one password that you need to know, which is your what?
You're starting.
Gmail.
Last pass. Well, you need to know your Gmail, but or maybe you don't. I haven't looked at LastPass. I use something called Dashlane. And all I need to know is my Dashlane password. And then when I go to Gmail, it pops up and says, do you want it? You know, it already does it. I just have to say yes.
As in, like, remember me.
Correct. Okay? So now, if you're just starting and you don't feel comfortable you don't need to do this, but you should endeavor that like by week 13, you don't have your passwords stored on saved on the computer. Okay? Because right now it's just overwhelming to you to have to think that you have to remember what your passwords are. Then don't check off on here delete passwords or clear saved passwords. Don't check that now. But all good employees, all employees who are that employee, the employee I can count on, they don't need to have the computer save their passwords.
If it's yellow and it has the check in it, that means delete it.
That means it's going to do that.
That means it's active.
That's right. So it means it will clear your saved passwords.
Okay.
So for right now, if you don't feel comfortable, leave cleared saved passwords unchecked. We're not trying to make it harder for people here. And again, this program is 16 weeks total.
Should we set up LastPass before we do that?
No.
I was going to just say that question. LastPass saves all your passcodes, so
I think you have to tell it what the passcodes are.
Right, you got to create
The
it
first time.
yeah, it does. Because I just set it up, and that's what it does. It says if you go to the site, you tell it what to remember the passcode. It does. It puts it in your phone. It's not.
Okay.
You don't.
Okay. So what will happen is,
Close this out.
if you so here's what will happen. Once you're using LastPass, it will automatically put your passwords in, right?
Correct.
So then it's good to check clear saved passwords,
Correct.
because you're not going to need to have the computer remember, because what remembers it?
LastPass.
LastPass remembers it. And all you need to do for LastPass is what?
Go to LastPass.
All you
Wait,
need
right
to
here?
do is launch LastPass. So you just
Right.
need that password.
Okay.
And it should be something other than what she did before?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But don't change.
It's not good to have so many
For Casa
passwords.
Grande people, do not change your Gmail password. That will be very bad for Casa Grande. Not Casa Grande.
Maybe you didn't install it. It's an extension.
No, I didn't. So just go to
It
extension.
looks like a star sign on a phone.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. And then
Do
when you get
I put
done,
edit? Or click on edit?
open it up.
You do it later when you're playing it back. Right now, you don't have to
Open
try
up the
to change
extension.
everything.
And then do what it tells you to do. So then you run history?
I love that.
You get it to work, director?
Well, what do you mean run history?
Down on the bottom it says history and run history.
But if you run it, it's going to shut down Chrome right now.
So you run
It's going to
eraser.
close it down. It's going to run the eraser. We don't want to run the eraser right now.
Okay, so leave it as is.
You want to run it in 3 minutes.
Break.
When it's break time.
Okay.
Okay?
Excuse
I
me.
got
No, I don't want to run the
Yes,
Which
Ron.
images did you want us to click? The photo zoom for Facebook or the hover zoom?
On
Image
what?
zoom.
What extension are you looking at?
Images zoom extension that you wanted us to. It
Magic.
should be up top.
It's Magis. IM.
AGES.
Uh-huh. Yes.
GUS. I don't see it. on
Because I didn't get it neither.
Oh, it's Ju
Maybe
US.
What's
US.
what's the
You
time?
was right. I apologize.
It's block, no, that's ad block, right? No. It looks like an eyeball with a clock in it.
That's the ad block. Okay, so Magis. So if I go back into the Chrome store,
I
Chrome
got
Web
ad block
Store,
for that.
Man.
under extensions, I see that it's added.
Let's take
Right.
Okay.
I'll
So
get
there
it.
are some things.
It's the book.
Okay, so this is a good question. This is a very good question. So pay attention to this. Some extensions are running in the background, and they will work.
Okay.
So a Magis will work automatically. Who had that question?
If it says it's added,
Yeah, if it says it's added, it's added. So that means if you ever come to something where there's a thumbnail, and you click on that thumbnail, a Magis will kick in and it will enlarge it. It will do what it's supposed to do.
So even though, so it's not up here, it's
Correct.
just working.
Because you don't need to turn it on, it's on.
Right, okay.
How do I get the history eraser from my taskbar? I don't want it on my taskbar.
Okay, so you right-click on it and push unpin from taskbar.
But it's down on the taskbar because you have it open, right?
Oh, if you have it open, you need to close it.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just
okay.
need to close it.
You already got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2 minutes.
It's on the taskbar
Dennis.
because you're doing it right now.
Graciela, what can we do to help you there?
Any questions, anyone here?
Thank you, guys.
We seem to be okay in Santa Fe Springs, Ed. No questions here.
Okay, good. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to do a review
Okay.
and go through everything one more time so that people feel comfortable enough that they can explore and learn how to use it, because like all of the Google apps, if you don't use these, you're going to lose them. And we do use Chrome every day,
Yes, we do.
right? When do we use Chrome, Mike?
First thing.
Anytime we go to the internet.
Right.
Anytime we go to the internet, we have to use Chrome. So if we do things repetitively every day that have to do with the internet, those should be set up on Chrome to make it easy. Maybe it's automatically launch a tab, maybe it's on the bookmarks bar, maybe it's an extension, maybe it's an app. Things that we do all the time, we want to have them there, or things that are important. So remember this, our weekly recitation, that should be where? Where should that be? Bookmark bar. Right. Okay. Good. So let's see. It's time. It's 10 o'clock. We're going to end this, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Okay, have a great birthday, Ed.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Morning.